Welcome. This video is an introduction to the new CU Recover website, intended specifically for department heads. By now, your BCP administrator has made you a member of the site, and you can begin looking at your data migrated from the old CU Recover site. Once you've logged on to the site, you'll be looking at your department's home page with your department name at the top. This will be your landing page every time you enter the site. The page is in 3 sections, with tiles at the top, then alerts underneath, and working area at the bottom. There are 2 RSS feeds showing weather and breaking news. Below these is your department's facilities needs. Let's talk about the tiles for a moment, as these represent your basic tools on the site. In a crisis, you'll work left to right, starting with emergency response. Here's the first place you go in a crisis, whether you need to contact the recovery organization or activate a command center. Every phone number you need is here. Additional outside resources are right along with the emergency response library, containing relevant documents. All your vendors are at the bottom of the page. It's all here, everything you need in those first few crucial hours of a crisis. We'll look at how you can customize this page for your own department later in this video. The next tile is the notification system. We call this the CMNS, or Crisis Management Notification System feature. This lets you communicate with all your staff quickly and efficiently. Select all your staff, just supervisors, or 1 or 2 key individuals. You decide. You can send a text message, a phone call, or an email with the click of a mouse, and see the results of who did and didn't receive your message. You have the same messaging capability from the user management tile, as we'll see later on. Now that you've notified your staff of the situation, you need to start the recovery process. This is the Incident and Crisis Management tile. This page is like the crisis dashboard. Depending on the event that has occurred, it shows you everything you need to recover your department. In this example, we're using a severe weather event. All the infrastructure recovery tasks are shown here. The list is only populated when a crisis is declared. They are the recovery team tasks necessary to recover the facilities, information technology, public relations tasks, and any employee special needs that may result. As these tasks are completed, they disappear from the list. Unlike these tasks below the infrastructure recovery tasks. These are your tasks necessary to complete a full recovery of your department. They've been predefined by you based on the specific incident that has occurred. These tasks usually come from your tabletop exercise. All the recovery procedures for your critical and vital business processes are shown right here. At the bottom of the page is your event history. Breaking news and your facility needs are shown here at the right. These 3 tiles make up the response portion of the plan. They should be used for any and all incidents regardless of size and severity. The remaining tiles focus on the care and maintenance of the plan. We start left to right, and BCP maintenance is the first one. Testing and maintenance of the plan is carried out through planned events. Events like test department relocation, or restore operating system remotely, and so on. The calendar is a quick reference to upcoming events. Each event consists of specific tasks assigned to individuals to complete. Remote site test is the event, and these are the tasks. These tasks are assigned to the accounting department. You can manage these existing tasks right here, as well as add tasks or check the status of the event. Completed tasks are shown below. Active events are listed at the bottom of the page and show tasks across all departments. The next tile that we'll look at is the site maintenance tile. From this page, you can get to your emergency response resources, library, and contacts. This is where you update your emergency response page. So if you need to add something you think your department might need, here's where you do it. You can add and edit vendors, business processes, and resources that support them, as well as your facilities needs, all from this page. At the very bottom are your department recovery tasks. These come from your tabletop exercise. The user management tile equates to the old staff contacts list on the old CU Recover site. It's where you manage your staff contact information and their membership to the site. You can add staff by clicking the New Item button, or you can edit existing staff by clicking the last name and opening up the edit window. Here's what you need to do. Since we can't show all the information for one staff member on one line, you'll need to go into each staff record to verify the information. Check these fields for accuracy. Email personal, email address, home phone, personal mobile, emergency contact, and emergency contact phone. Add any employees that are missing or delete any that don't belong. If an employee is shown who isn't in your department, you'll have to contact the BCP administrator to make the change. After you've made these changes, your BCP administrator will approve them and will sync them with their permissions profile. All changes to the staff contacts have to be approved by the BCP administrator. The last tile is the document library. From this page, you can manage all your documents. We've added a private library for department heads that only they can see. This could be where you store sensitive information, like passwords or confidential documents. Documents are uploaded to the site with a review frequency attached to them. Migrated documents from the old CU Recover site have their last modified date still intact. All documents have been set with a 365-day review cycle. So if you had documents on the old site that were more than a year old, you're going to see them in the alerts section of your home page. While we're on the subject of alerts, let's look at the alerts section of the home page. There are three categories of alerts. Each category is in red if there are related alerts. If a category has no alerts, it doesn't appear. If you see alerts on your page, they need to be addressed. If you see no alerts, you either have no pressing issues with your BCP information or you have no documents or vendors. If you see upcoming tasks in the next 30 days, click the plus sign to the left of the title. Unroll the list. There's a link to the individual task right there. If you have document review required, you can click the plus sign and unroll the list. It shows you only files that have reached or passed their review frequency. If the last modified date plus the review frequency is less than 30 days from now, the document will appear in this list. You have several options for removing these alerts. If you use Internet Explorer, you can simply click the icon to the left of the expired document and open it up right on the site. You'll be prompted for your password again. When you save the document, it will update the last modified date and reset the review frequency counter. The document remains in the library but disappears from the alerts list. Or you can go to the document library, click on the edit icon next to the file, opening the review frequency record. You can change the review frequency, and this would also be a good time to assign the document to someone who will review it in the future. Simply saving this record will update the last modified date and restart the counter. The next alert section is the vendor review required. Again, click the title to unroll the list. From the list, you can click on the vendor name and go right to the vendor record, or you can click Edit in the top left of the form to edit the record. Simply saving the record will reset the review frequency. As maintenance and testing tasks are assigned to you and your staff, they will appear in the alerts section when they are coming due or fall past due. Once your alerts are cleared, your home page will look like this. Now you can focus on your business processes. If you are new to CU Recover, you might see Start Your Business Impact Analysis with a button that says BIA Wizard. This would be used if you have no business processes on the site and need to complete a business impact analysis. If you have business processes on the site, you see them in the drop-down menu. Whichever one is in the box, all its attributes and supporting resources are shown below. Potential financial loss, potential impact profile, and recovery procedures are all attributes contained in the business process record. You can edit the business process record by selecting the process you want to edit and simply click the Edit button. The IT support resources and non-IT support resources are what it takes to perform the process and are separate records with a many-to-one relationship to the business process record. You can edit these records or add a new one by clicking on the title and then selecting the record. Your first priority will be to clear any alerts that you may have on your home page. Next, you should review all of your business processes, assigning vendors as appropriate. Make sure your vendor contacts are up to date, and then select the appropriate business processes and assign the appropriate vendor to the process. This has been a cursory overview of the site, but it's enough to get you started. Thank you.